All right, so day 8, week number 2. We just went through that little blurb there. I got a little bit loud, right? A little bit heated up, but that's cool. That's what I'm about. You probably knew that from watching the videos. But day 8, a clean house clears your mind. What does that mean? I'm not talking about getting out the broom, and like I know I talked about that in a hypothetical situation, but I'm not talking about getting out a broom and cleaning your house and going around and doing that type of work. I'm talking about getting out the pen and paper and actually cleaning out your head, cleaning out what's on your mind, cleaning out all this shit that's bothering you. See, one of the things I found was I got so overwhelmed to the point where my mind was not clear and it was frustrated and I couldn't figure out exactly what the fuck I wanted to do. I couldn't figure out how to get to the point, like, to put down the drink, because it made sense to me to be able to have the drink because that's that old friend that wasn't going to let me down, so I'm going to stick with it and stick with it. I couldn't get enough moments of clarity. And I remember telling myself, like, how the fuck am I going to get this clarity? How the fuck am I going to do this? And I've tried to, I'd go to church and I pray and I pray and pray and I pray for clarity, and that didn't work, right? Not that I don't believe in God, because as you know I do, but it just wasn't working. So I'm like, how the fuck can I get some clarity when I need to clean up my side of the street? I already know what's wrong with me inside, right? I already knew that I needed to do something. One of the things that I did, and you don't have to do this, but I'll tell you what worked for me, was the guy behind the camera, his name is Kevin. We filmed a video called The Comeback Corner, episode 1. And it took me hours to do. I couldn't just get up and rattle it off like I'm doing right now. These are one takes, just so you know. Like, I couldn't just get up and tell my story because it hurt and it was a pain. And there was things in there, but I got it out and it was real, it was raw, it was relevant, and I spoke it out. And all of a sudden it felt like my fucking world opened up. Then we put it out on the internet, and then, 3 years later, here we are, and I'm helping you figure out how to get ready to take back your life. But I cleaned out what was inside of my head. I'm like, there's something to this, right? So I just spoke my mind, and you could do the same thing, right? You could put it in front of a camera, you could do it. You could sit in front of a mirror and do it. Or you could do the next step that I did, was I went and I looked at all the things that was wrong with me, right? The lies I told, the cheating I did, the drugs I did, the people I hurt, the fucking times, the visions I have of hurting my son from the drugs, the drinking, not showing up, everything that bothered me. I cleaned it up. I got it out of my head. I did a thought dump. I got out a journal. I don't have one next to me right now. I got out the journal and I listed it. I wrote it down, every fucking thing. And the thing, I'll be honest with you, it was like a half a book, for legit. But I got it out and I looked at it. And I'm like, shit, there is something to this, man. I feel good here. I know these things that I've done. I don't have to carry this burden anymore. I don't have to hold this over my chest like it's like I'm hiding it. So I want you to go today, and I want you to go back through that notebook that you have and start writing down all the things that you need to clean up, all the things that later in the course we're going to have to let go. You're going to see where I'm going with this down the road. But I want you to do that today. I want you to pour some time into yourself and find out all these fucking things that we need to clean up. And if you're really ballsy, like myself, and I know I've got a couple clients that did it as well, they took the same approach as me. If you've ever watched Eminem 8 Mile, right, at the end, he goes in this rap battle, and this is one of the things that actually helped me become who I am right now, was he was going to tell them every fucking thing everything about him before they could, right, before anyone could talk shit. There's something to, and we'll get into that tomorrow. Tomorrow's called owning it, right? But there's something to putting it out there first and being honest, and quit lying to yourself and lying. It doesn't matter to anyone else, but quit lying to yourself and put out all the stuff that's inside you that's so freeing. Now, maybe you want to do this because you're confidential, right? You came to me because you don't want to do that. You don't have to. I'm just saying, whatever we got to do, we got to get it out of you, because it's doing no good inside of you. These chains, these shackles, they're holding you down, they're dragging at you, they're causing you to stop at the bar on the way home, they're causing you to cheat on your wife, they're causing you to fucking snort the cocaine off strippers' assholes. It doesn't matter, right? These are things that, and I'm putting some jokes and some humor in here because let's be honest, life is supposed to be fun. But you can only clean up your side of the street. Each and every one of us is on a different journey, but we got to take the same steps, the same process. List down all the stuff, and we'll get into tomorrow exactly what we're going to do with it. Get to work.